Welcome to Married to Movies. Industry insiders John Russell and Tracy Kring live and work happily in cinematrimony. They're sharing behind-the-scenes adventures of writing, producing, and appreciating films.
Good morning, babe.
We are right before the snowpocalypse, the snowmageddon.
The story will have already been told by Monday when
This is
people are
true.
listening to the show, so hopefully we all made it through.
Was there a snow-nado?
In the 90s, like maybe 92, 93, when I was living in Tennessee, we had a giant snowstorm, not by New York standards,
Right.
but I mean,
That's true.
in New York, I've seen one day be 30 inches of snowfall, so it wasn't like that.
No.
But it was 10 or 12 inches.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot by Tennessee standards.
It significantly shut
Right.
everything down, and power went out.
The new He-Man trailer. What'd you think of that, Beb?
I didn't know we needed He-Man.
We don't.
I mean, my brother loved He-Man, had all of the toys.
Right. Alison Brie is Evil Lynn, and Jared Leto is unrecognizable as Skeletor. And everybody's making the internet joke that as long as he doesn't talk or we can see his face, they're okay with him being Skeletor.
How is it Jared Leto at all if we don't see him or hear him?
I don't
Why
know.
did it need to be him?
I'm sure there will be some representation of Jared Leto's voice. It's not going to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Hercules where they change his voice. It was like,
No.
I am Hercules. And it didn't sound a thing like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
One of the weirdest voice change replacements
Okay.
that I've ever seen is Andy McDowell in Tarzan,
That's
the
true.
Legend of Greystoke or something.
That's true. They
Replaced her entire
They
voice.
didn't like Andy McDowell's voice.
Well, I'm like, why did you hire a girl who was like obviously from the South?
Had a very, very heavy Southern accent. And
she has a very Southern accent.
But I said Idris Elba is in it, and you said which character did he play?
I figured he would be Man at War.
You said Man of War.
Man of War.
Like he's a
the
jellyfish.
Man of War.
Man of War. Right. Man of War.
He's like Man at War. Like men at work.
Exactly.
Men at work. Man at war.
No, you said Man
Isn't
of
that
War.
what y'all do?
You were referring to the jellyfish is what you were referring to.
No. I thought he was like a man of war. Like he was like the War Department.
Okay, that's fair.
What is that called now? The Department of
Department
War.
of War. Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
that's
yes.
him. That's where
Idris
he works.
Elba. He plays the Department of War.
He's Pete Hegseth.
No, Pete Hegseth is Fisto. That's Pete Hegseth. For those of you who don't know, there is a character in He-Man known as Fisto who has giant arms and huge fists. And everything you say about Fisto is funny.
If you're into
I hope
that
Fisto
thing,
is in it.
if you're into that kind of thing,
Let's make sure we get Fisto.
why is that so funny?
I know.
You?
It's the joke from a 12-year-old, I'm sure.
I remember Orko.
They always have this annoying character who is kind of like, the comic relief.
Orko was the character in the show that reminded us what was going on all the time.
Oh, are you talking about like characters like Snarf?
The beginning 5 minutes of every Vampire Diaries.
Yes.
And
Matt Damon was talking about that with his show.
The Rip.
The Rip, that he had to constantly repeat
The dialogue.
everything that was happening, or they would show like little clips of, because, apparently everybody is doing like nuclear fission instead of watching the show, and they're just like looking up, and they're like so into it that they couldn't possibly follow 2 or 3 things at the same time. You insist on it. You say you want there to be multiple things going on at the same time.
Maybe I have a problem though. I can't afford to take the time that it's going to require to watch something. I can't afford to lose that time.
Right.
So I have to do double time all the time.
I was leaving to go do some errands and stuff. And I was like, oh, what you going to watch? And you were like, oh, it's in the cut what? Like, that was such a random choice. Plus, it's kind of sexy. Okay, so, maybe you wanted some alone time. I don't know. Mark Ruffalo in definitely a very unmarked Ruffalo part. Meg Ryan.
I think he's great in that role, though.
But I always wondered, like, I've seen In the Cut, but I don't remember what the In the Cut part is. And is it that she, like, sees the killer's dick and there's a cut on the top of his dick, and that's how she knows he's the killer? And that is in the cut of In the Cut?
Wait, are you referring to like circumcision?
No, it's not like circumcision. There is a shaft shot.
After they have sex for the first time, I think there is an unintentional tip of Mark Ruffalo.
Well, first of all, nothing is unintentional. I mean, that's a decision.
No,
was probably in the contract.
I don't know if censors like the MPAA noticed it.
Like they missed it.
Is the thing.
It's a very shadowy movie.
It's like really pretty, but also like has this great dirty city feel.
Right.
And Meg Ryan is a teacher and is kind of inappropriate with some students. And
right.
Jennifer Jason Leigh is in that.
You said that you felt like
she does.
It was like a Nicole Kidman role that Meg Ryan got.
Well, I kept looking at Meg Ryan and like her mood and her body language and her deliveries, and I was like, "Oh, this is Meg Ryan. This is not Nicole Kidman."
I think
because it's a Nicole Kidman role.
I feel like the end of that movie takes place at a lighthouse, and I think aren't there a lot of movies where the ending is at a lighthouse, but I don't think that there are that many lighthouses.
I don't know because I didn't watch the end.
Oh, you didn't watch it? Yes.
I don't remember this.
Okay.
In the 90s, you're right. A lot of movies
ended at lighthouses.
Had endings at lighthouses.
Why?
Well, I think it was...
Well, you have that cool shot when it comes around.
Yeah. I think possibly the Lighthouse Association of America was really promoting itself to films.
Yes. And lighthouses look like dicks.
We watched a movie.
Speaking of dicks.
Called, what was it called? Splitsville. The two dudes in it co-wrote it.
They co-wrote the movie. One of them directed it.
And that one dude shows his wiener a lot.
This one dude who had the big wiener was like, maybe we should show my wiener again in this scene.
They would just like be like, okay, and then this next scene, how can we start this scene?
Hey, how long's it been since we showed my wiener?
Good point. Maybe let's have you get out of the shower.
Yeah. Okay. Can we find another way for me to show my wiener?
Okay, fine. Started in the shower.
He was like, I've got one thing that is going to set me apart in Hollywood.
The other dude, I don't think wanted to show his wiener.
No, there was a scene.
Never did.
There was a scene where he would he took off his clothes. And then he didn't show anything. But there was a scene where Dakota Johnson, who really had a good year of movies. Materialist was great.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's been playing these characters where she is really smart and really intelligent and really beautiful, and she is with pathetic men.
If they're not showing their giant dick, they're being a total dick.
Yes, you either show the dick or be the dick. Also,
the female characters are written so that they're really only alive when the men are there. I have no freaking idea what... Okay, so the dude is a gym coach or a teacher or something at a high school.
Yes.
I have no idea. I think she's a stay-at-home mom, Dakota. The other wife, I have no clue what she did. But it's like they all break up. They all get back together. They all fuck around on each other.
It reminded me of other films like Flirting with Disaster or...
It's not as good as that.
No, it's not as good as that.
It's not as funny.
Right, not as funny as that. Or what's the one? Forgetting Sarah Marshall. There was a little bit of that vibe to it. But not as funny as that either.
The mind reader dude.
Oh, the mind reader dude was a great idea.
So the big schlong guy's wife ends up dating this mind reader guy.
He's like the 10th or 11th, person that she's dated. And he's there at a birthday party.
And he's like trying to prove, he's like the clown. He's like trying to prove to the kids that he's psychic. We kind of don't believe him. But then she sleeps with her husband. They get back together. And
the big dick guy.
When they come down from having sex, the mind reader guy's like, "How could you?"
He's like, he immediately
knew, and like he actually can read their
This
minds.
was an ongoing joke.
Yeah.
Something else that you pointed out: we never knew anybody's name in that movie.
I have no idea. No, I have to refer to them as the big dick guy.
Yes.
The dick guy.
Yes.
Because he's a total dick.
And Dakota Johnson.
And the other girl.
Last night, we watched Deliver Us from Nowhere. Deliver Me from Nowhere. It's Deliver Someone from Nowhere.
The Bruce Springsteen biopic was really about Nebraska.
Yeah, it was about
that whole album.
It was like he was at the height of his career, and he was then at that point, he was going through major depression and kind of major guilt about what he was becoming, and really kind of going very much into his own head, and wrote this incredible album, Nebraska, as kind of like the response to that.
He was like sitting at home after he's, coming home from the road in a rental house, and just like randomly Badlands comes on.
Right.
And Badlands is such a good movie.
Oh, absolutely.
It's such a good movie.
And he was inspired by Badlands, and he was inspired by Night of the Hunter. It was two movies that really inspired him, was Night of the Hunter and Badlands.
I really love it when movies are like the inspiration for something.
Well, the way he processes, that art and turns it into this other art. By far my favorite Bruce Springsteen album.
He's in the recording sessions, and they're getting
the Born in the USA. They're getting that stuff.
They're getting that stuff down, and like it's turning out really great, and everybody's excited.
Yeah, everybody's
pumped.
The
Nebraska stuff, that it just like he keeps being furious about it and probably wasting a ton of money because he wants it to sound exactly like it sounds the way he recorded it on cassette tapes in this little bedroom.
Anything they do to it is ruining it.
Yeah, so eventually he's just like, take this tape and make it to where we can duplicate it. And they're like, well, we can't. Like, it's just like...
Yeah, Mark Maron's like, it's distorted. It's the way that you recorded it. It was a mess.
It's recorded wrong, and he's like, yeah, I know, because it wasn't like supposed to be something that we released, but, this is how I want it to sound. Mark Maron's character takes it to the guy who puts things on vinyl.
Right.
And he's like, is there anything we can do? And the guy's like, well, it's all about like the grooves.
Yeah, how deep the grooves are.
And if we like don't go too hard and do this.
Yeah, basically to make it where people have to turn it up if they want it louder.
Yeah.
Instead of it being kind of in your face the whole time.
At first, he's like, yeah.
Right.
I thought that was like such a brilliant idea. And really, that happens to me all the time where it's like something's not usable.
Right.
And you're trying to figure out a way to make it usable.
Right. The issue I always have with biopics is they always feel like they have such an agenda.
He was a dick.
He was a dick. He was very selfish. He was very selfish.
Really selfish.
He was very self-involved, and he needed therapy. And he finally got it. I mean, they were alluding to the fact that he was suicidal.
The record executive comes into the office with his, agent or manager or whatever. He's like, what the fuck is this Nebraska thing? What are we going to do with this? Like, I don't get it.
He was just confused. He was like trying to figure out what he was going to do.
The agent guy's like, I get it. You don't know what to do with it. But in this office, we believe in Bruce Springsteen.
Exactly right.
And he wasn't going to be part of putting it down or getting personal or anything. And that agent guy, like, really, I mean, he was a stand-up guy. He stood through everything whenever he didn't understand why Bruce was acting the way he did.
He's that actor from
he was concerned.
Succession. He was incredible. He was incredible. And you know what else I really appreciated about it? I didn't feel like he was doing a Bruce Springsteen impersonation. It felt more like an embodiment of Bruce Springsteen than an impersonation.
He did the poses.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So like the physicality of it.
Right. He did this thing.
There's a lot of like pictures of Bruce where he's like not sitting like facing you. He's to the side.
Right.
And like He's kind of like always like, he did the poses. And so I think in your mind, it felt like him just because of the way that he was shaped. He shaped his body like Bruce, the way he kind of hunched over.
Right.
And I think he nailed that. And that was really all he needed to do.
His love interest in it, who he treated terribly. I really appreciated the fact that she was just calling him out on his shit.
Well, she was, and he does realize, oh, she was right.
He's sitting at a diner in the middle of Texas. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, she was right about that. I'm an asshole. And Jerry Maguire, whenever the guy's like, you can't date a single mom with kids and stuff.
Right.
Like, you got to be serious if you're going to do that.
Right.
And I always thought that was really true.
Yeah, because that's next level. That's like,
like that woman.
The kid is thinking of you in a different way.
Yeah, that woman isn't looking for fun times.
Right.
She's looking for
if you're going with her kid to Asbury Park.
She's looking for a partner.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
And he was abusing
he
that
wasn't
situation.
He wasn't ready for anything like that.
Oscar noms came out.
It did.
Which I don't think we were really shocked about much.
People are very excited about Delroy Lindo in Sinners because he's been around for a really, really long time and just a great actor. And it would be awesome. And also Ethan Hawke got nominated for Blue Moon.
He was great.
It was a performance without
It was a monologue.
Yeah, without any like fear. I mean, he plays like this character who's 5 foot, who's bald, who's annoying, bitter, angry, cynical. I mean, he's a really great character for an actor to play.
And Ethan Hawke must deliver practically every line in that film.
Yeah, it's almost like a one-man show.
He came off in life as very much like his character in Reality Bites.
Kind of a dick. Kind of a pretentious dick. I write novels. I write songs. I'm so cool. Yeah.
But that's how he was coming off when he was young. I don't know if that was how he was. But as he's aged, like I was listening to many clips of him from things. Like there was one that was maybe a TED Talk or him talking about acting or art. And like, I really like Ethan Hawke.
He has a lot of good things to say.
Yeah.
He's a very positive person. And the thing about Ethan Hawke is that he does things like Sinister. He does things like Black Phone. You know, he's not afraid to take really big chances. And here's the thing about Sinners. Like there are people who are like, 16 nominations, that's ridiculous. No other movie has ever gotten it. What Sinners had going for it, it was not just the technical achievement, all of the costuming and all of the, special effects and the sound and all that. It had great acting parts too.
Really, the first straight up horror film that's ever been nominated.
Straight up, yeah.
Because like Silence of the Lambs was, but that's technically not a horror film.
Okay, well, let's use Silence of the Lambs as an example. It was nominated. 2 of the actors were nominated, Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster. There's really no one else in Silence of the Lambs who elevates to the point of being nominated for an Oscar in that.
Right.
Whereas in Sinners, you have the best supporting actor, best supporting actress, best actor, best actress, all in the same movie. Weapons, Amy Madigan has a really good shot at winning. She had a really fun, crazy part as the witch. There's Frankenstein, Jacob Elordi. He's nominated, and it got nominated for a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely the biggest year for
genre,
for horror movies.
Yeah.
And I would argue that Begonia is a horror movie.
Yeah. I mean,
horror sci-fi.
It would be a horror sci-fi. Yeah. I agree. One thing that Alexa did, she's listening. She changed her voice.
She changed her voice and then
on her own.
and she
She's
tried to
been-
gaslight us like she
she-
didn't change her voice.
Did we want to try for free her new features?
Oh yeah, don't do it, folks.
It's like a 30-day free trial, but I know I'll forget.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much it is, and I don't want another subscription, and I don't need just a new tone of voice.
And when
like,
you hear
whatever.
when you hear the new voice, it sounds like a little girl. She's like,
No, she's lippy.
yeah, she's like, I'm sorry you're having problems because you suck.
I would rather it be like, I'm sorry, I can't help with that, instead of like, oh, I'm so sorry you're having a problem with that, you stupid bitch. I was like, excuse me, Alexa, you have changed your voice. What are you doing?
And she's like, no, my voice hasn't changed. It
Maybe
must be
you're
something.
misreading my tone of voice.
There's something wrong with your device, and you
Yeah.
think my voice has changed.
Right. And I'm like, Alexa, I'm like, Alexa, did you upgrade me without my permission?
And they had.
They had.
They had.
So watch out for that, people.
Watch out, folks.
If your Alexa all of a sudden sounds like this and like gets really lippy with you, then you've been upgraded without your permission.
Yep. It's like
and there's probably a class action lawsuit that's going to happen.
Like, one more thing with the Oscars. What is the deal with adapted versus original? Because there are things that they're saying
Okay, look.
are original.
To me, this is like very evident in a case like, and I don't even know if this was nominated, but in a case like, let's take Frankenstein.
Well, of course, that's adapted.
That would be an adapted screenplay.
Right.
That screenwriter did not come up with shit.
Well, okay. I mean, there are things in the
They didn't have
Del
to invent
Toro.
Frankenstein. They
No,
didn't have
no,
to invent
no.
any of the things that make it Frankenstein.
Right.
They didn't have to do anything but read something and come up with some ideas to adapt it to a screenplay and make it like movie instead of book. I don't feel like that is the same category
Right.
as someone who actually sat down and wrote a brand new piece of creativity
Right. Well,
and
even
innovation.
Well, even Marty Supreme is based on a character who was a ping pong champion who did all of the things, who joined the circus.
I don't consider that original.
I don't consider that original either.
By its very definition, you would say it was derived from.
You are taking something that
adapted
has
from.
already existed, and then you are developing a story based on that. That is the definition of adaptation.
I think derivative or adapted screenplay should be its own category. Because, I mean, like Silence of the Lambs, they adapted that from
Oh,
a
absolutely.
novel.
But like One Battle After Another, that's based on the Thomas Pynchon book.
Right. Right.
It is based on that. Now,
Dude.
I understand he's taking elements from other things or whatever.
Sure. But it's already things that
that's
exist.
adapted.
Those are adapted. Like if you and I did this one time where I watched No Country for Old Men
Mhm.
and had the book
Right.
there with me. And I wouldn't even say it's adapted.
It's a script.
I'd say the book was the script.
The book was the script. Yes, that's
like
true.
there's exactly like they didn't adapt shit. It's not fair for screenwriters to sit down at their final draft and start from nothing.
Right, to come up with something whole
To have
cloth
to compete
themselves.
with Mary Shelley.
I agree.
Adaptation, it's like showing up to the closet that already has been built, already has coat hangers. You just come on and hang your clothes.
Wow. that's saying a lot. And you're going to piss off some people who are writing with that take. But I like it. That take was hot, baby.
Prove me wrong. When you came back from that networking thing, you showed me like a little business card someone had given you, but it was actually like a little die cut sticker.
It was like her face.
It was like her face and her hair.
And there was a
with
little
the little Instagram.
Instagram.
And it was a sticker.
And I've got it on my wall. I thought, that's so smart.
I saw this thing and like, is it real? Is it not? I don't know. But they were trying to recreate the Big Bang.
Oh.
And they accidentally made gold.
Yeah, that's a horrible idea.
is gold going to be worth anything
Well,
if they know how to make it out of nothing?
No,
Like,
that sounds like a Kurt Vonnegut story.
it does.
It's like they were trying to do one thing and then they ended up destroying the world. Trump was going to invade Greenland. NATO sends troops to Greenland so that if Trump attacks Greenland, he's actually attacking NATO. They're talking about destroying NATO if it happens. And then he comes back and says, oh, I came up with a deal, but I'm not going to tell you what that deal is.
It's not a deal. It's a possibility.
There's a possibility of a
concept
of a deal. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
It's so Y2K.
But it was so
it's a nothing burger.
It's a perfect thing, and I did it. And and people who buy that kind of thing, people who are buying the idea that this manufactured crisis has a manufactured answer, but I'm not going to give you the information about it. I have no respect for you.
It's like, yeah, I have a boyfriend. Oh, who is he? Oh, you wouldn't know him.
Oh, he's in Canada.
In Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Muriel's wedding. Oh, his name is Tim.
That's
what?
Right.
Tim Sims. You brought up to me the other day, people talk about going from good to bad.
Okay.
And then I was like, yeah, and then you can go from bad to worse.
Right.
But nobody ever talks about going from worse to bad or going from bad to good.
Okay.
Like, we just don't go up and down that ladder the same. Things are good.
Right.
And then they get bad.
Okay.
And then they go from bad to worse.
They go from bad to worse.
It went from the worst it could possibly be
to bad
to just bad.
It was just bad.
It was just really bad.
And then eventually,
it
was pretty good.
It actually worked out, so it's good. We're good.
That's interesting. I think it because of gravity.
My tooth was really hurting.
It went from worse.
It was so bad. It was the worst for like a month while I was waiting on my root canal.
And then
it was kind of bad.
And then it was
getting
bad.
it. Like getting the root canal was not the most comfortable thing in the world.
Right.
And it kind of takes a while.
Right.
It didn't hurt, but it was just bad.
And then
it went to good.
And now you've moved on to good.
It's so cute.
So can we go from worse to bad to good to great?
No, I'm great now. I'm great. And I actually like this cute little tooth I have now.
I think you are so cute and your tooth goes with it perfectly.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you. And I love the leopard, by the way.
Well, I'm really going for it. It's all leopard all the time.
Wow. Thundercats. Oh.
It's hard not to get romantic about movies. Thanks for listening to Married to Movies. John and Tracy will meet you for breakfast tomorrow.